はっきよいはっきよい大相撲はっきよいはっきよい大相撲
Hello, welcome to Sumo. It is back. It is January 2025. We are Sumo Mainichi. I'm Amy. I'm here with Dave in Melbourne, Australia for Hatsu Basho in Tokyo, Japan.
Welcome back, Sumo. Welcome back, Amy. Welcome back, Sumo lovers, Sumo freaks, Sumo dorks, to the year 2025. A new year of Sumo, and we are thrilled to be here with you today to bring you all of the action from day one of these Juryo bouts. We have a couple of Makushita bouts to wrap up before we get into Juryo, but how was your Christmas break?
Oh, thank you for asking.
I mean, I asked that like I wasn't there for every moment of it.
I had a great time. I hope to bring a different perspective
to
your day. No, it was lovely. It was fantastic. Had a couple of weeks off work, which was great.
Yep.
Bit of a relax. These guys were working hard.
Yeah.
On the Juryo. They never stop.
The Juryo, yeah.
But I did have a little bit of a rest. How was your Christmas break?
Yeah, well, you were there for all of it. You know, it was quite busy, wasn't it?
It was busy. Yep, we did a lot of
things
family
going on.
things. We didn't have that much. I mean, 2 weeks sounds like a lot, but didn't feel like a lot of time
It
off
goes
work.
very quickly. This is the second last Makushita bout. We've got Miyagi on the left of your screen, Hitoshi on the right. Good to see, old mate Hitoshi.
Yeah.
Fighting up towards the top of Makushita at Makushita 4. Been too long, buddy.
Oh, and he's not willing to go.
Yeah.
Look, he has been around. He's been working for all the higher up ranked Rikishi in his stable, unfortunately, at
Hitoshi?
Oitakaze. Yeah.
Right.
He's doing the business. He's working very hard there. But he is representing here in Makushita today against Miyagi from... he's not Nishonozeki anymore.
No, he is Oguruma. Oh, no,
Nakamura,
I should say.
With
Yes.
ex-Yoshikaze.
Welcome to the chat, Kelly and Shay. Welcome. Oh, what did we see there from Miyagi?
Oh, no.
That's some old-fashioned Nakamura polish.
That's what happens when you have breakfast.
I tell you what, these revolutionary coaching techniques, such as giving Rikishi a meal first thing in the morning, I tell you what, look at the shape, the silhouette of this man. So intimidating, but then he just moves to the side. I mean, that's Yoshikaze.
Gives you springs in
does.
the big toes is what that breakfast does. And Miyagi hits the scoreboard. He is one win. He's beaten Hitoshi from Oitakaze on day one. And look, I'm really excited for 2025. I think it's going to be a huge year of sumo. This basho in particular in the Makuuchi division is going to be huge.
It's hard to look at 2025, the year, when January basho looms so large ahead of us. We don't know what 2025 is going to be until we get past these next 15 days.
Yep.
Could completely change the shape of sumo as we know it.
Yes.
Welcome to the chat, Rachel or Rochelle. Hi, Ben Marshman or Bain Marshmain.
I like how you just a couple of pronunciations for everybody now. What's my other one?
Emmy.
Oh.
Emmy.
Emmy. Okay. Thank you. I feel like you could have gone harder on that.
Yeah, I know, I could have. Koto on the screen at the moment. Just has the sumo aura. Drenched in it, this kid is, the 21-year-old.
I mean, he is in the preparations for another, in his stable at least, for another Kotozakura possible Yusho, which would take Kotozakura surely, almost definitely,
certainly
to Yokozuna. So I'm sure there's been a lot at Sadagataka, a lot happening in preparation for that. He's in a lot of pictures with Kotozakura, he and his brother Koto getting ready. The hype's happening.
Welcome to the chat, Scott from Southeast Queensland.
Benay.
I like that Scott has to put Southeast because we always say far north.
Yeah, we
Queensland.
say far north. We like to put you up there.
And a big welcome to Siggy. Hey, Siggy,
Hey.
so great to have you
Siggy.
here. This is the last match in Makushita. We have Koto-kuzan on the left, a.k.a. Kenneth Jasper Terrell, up against Kazekeno.
Yes.
Another old friend
Yes.
in Kazekeno.
We have seen him once in Juryo. He made it there in May 2024.
Who could forget?
I simply could not.
He didn't get many wins.
He got 7 and 8
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty good.
at Juryo 14 and went down, which is a bit harsh
Well-
because Nabatame just stayed.
Can I say, putting someone down is very old-fashioned when they get a 7 and 8.
Yes.
The contemporary thinking is you give kids another shot.
Yep. Yeah, he'd be complaining to his elders, I'm sure. He was back in the day when you went down.
Now, Kazekeno somehow has a 4-1 head-to-head over Koto-kuzan. I wonder how that's happened. And by that, I mean I can find out. They've met each other through 2024, yeah, and it was all Kazekeno down in Makushita. You can see Koto-kuzan knows he has to get inside the head of this young man who has a sniff of Juryo re-promotion, a second chance, if you will. He's standing on the doorstep, he's knocking on the door and he's saying, "Can I come in, please?" A win today would certainly twist the doorknob for Kazekeno. Well, some beautifully positive sumo from Kazekeno, working away with the high thrusting attacks and Koto-kuzan.
I mean, he's wily. He's been
wily.
around for a very, very long time, Koto-kuzan, since 2009.
Wow.
Would you believe?
No, I would believe that. He's seen a lot of sumo, he's seen a lot of life, and today translates that into a white dot next to his name in our final Makushita bout. And we're about to come into the first bout of Juryo. Big welcome to Johnny Rock.
Clink of the beers
Clink
there.
of the beers.
Cheers.
Great. Tim Sumo, we are blessed by your presence. Roy Trom. I think I'm saying that right.
Alternative pronunciation for that one?
Roy Trom.
Yeah, nice.
Aaron Dewitt, hello from Vancouver.
Hey, Aaron, how are you? It's so great to see everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
2024 for me was also the year of building a lot of great friendships with women who love sumo for me, and it's great to see some of you guys in the chat, Kelly and Rachel, Scott's wife Annie, Siggy of course, and I just really, we strengthened those bonds in 2024.
Contrast to my 2024.
Oh yes.
Where I cut ties.
Yeah, with women who love sumo.
No.
You did that to
No,
yourself.
I cut ties with people who disagree with me about my sumo opinions.
Oh, actually, I like that.
I'm creating a sumo bubble.
Yes.
It's what do they call that? Think.
I couldn't tell you.
I want to say think tank. It's not like that, but it's this. Basically, I don't welcome outside opinion. I don't have many friends anymore coming into 2025. But if
This is not true.
But if you agree with me and want to get inside the bubble,
I think everyone here in chat is inside the bubble because we have the greatest minds of
I'm
sumo
seeing a few
here.
names that I cut last year. No, I'm joking.
The first bout of Juryo, we are getting into the greatest division of all time. We have a Makushita visitor, of course, because of the Kyujo of one of... Oh, am I going to call him one of my favourite Rikishi? I think I am going to. Bushozan. He was...
Jeez, that's a big call.
I like him. I like the guy. He was injured back in Fukuoka in November. Jeez, that was a long time ago. I can't remember that. So he has marked himself down as Kyujo. And so we have Wakanosho here. Up into the ranks of Juryo.
Well, we do. Wakanosho coming in at Makushita 1. Another Rikishi wanting to take that step into Juryo.
He's from Toki Baya, which is Takanosho's, the Taka stable. So he's been given a little demotion there in the name. He's been given a Wakanosho. But it's still pretty cool to have that name.
I don't mind that at all. Wakanosho, 21 years old. He made his debut in March 2022 where he went 6-1. Has a lot of wins against his name, just hasn't managed to snag that elusive low division Yusho. But plenty to prove here today against his opponent, the experienced Daishoho. The gunbai is forward. The camera angle is roughly perpendicular to the action, which I do like to see. Wakanosho down first. Comes hard at Daishoho. Daishoho giving ground here as the attacks of Wakanosho are hitting high. But you can just see Daishoho so stable on his feet. He's meeting these attacks. Oh, but a deflected attack from Wakanosho sends Daishoho careening over the bales. Smart sumo today from Wakanosho.
Smart, very aggressive. He was in control for this bout, and there is a set of the jaw here by Wakanosho, who enjoyed a little nod of the head there. He loved that win on day one, a very important one for him, and I just think that his sumo looked strong here. Look at him go in low, push the arms of Daishoho up repeatedly, pushing him back, not letting Daishoho come too far forward.
No, this was strong, but it was also smart. He knew that Daishoho was setting himself just to start to meet the attacks, and he did not hesitate to just give him a little shoulder check and send him going in the other direction.
Lovely work there from Wakanosho, from Toki Tsukaze, win on day one, which brings us to the second bout of, I'll say it again, the greatest division, which brings together two popular rikishi now. It's Nabatame up against Koto. It's a 2-0 record between these two. I mentioned Nabatame, or the Shiko there. I'll take a moment.
Just stunning, isn't it? The shape that man cuts.
I mentioned Nabatame before because he did go 7 and 8 in November, and he stayed. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who would have wanted this genial fellow to drop down to the Makushita ranks again. I'm thrilled that he's here.
It would have been a very, very unpopular decision, let's face it. Thanks, Scott, for pointing out that Chiyomaru today got a Fusensho.
I suspected that Mr. Sumo Chiyomaru, we call him that because he embodies everything sumo, might have quit the sport after November.
Well,
I keep thinking it every single time, but he didn't. He showed up again, and today he snagged himself a Fusensho, it looks like.
I didn't see him get up to accept the free win. So if anyone has any intel on how he looked getting up, he can look very light on his feet, accepting a freebie. But Nabatame's opponent today, the man we saw walk out before Koto, 21 years old at Sadagatake Beya. Few fans in the audience, and he's put a pretty major signature on that one. And
he's gone for it.
There's a husband, long-suffering husband, I would say. The wife, obviously, very passionate about Koto, the man on your screen.
I feel like the husband was more passionate there. I think that was long-suffering wife.
No, she was screaming. She loved it.
She was, okay.
She loved it. Koto, again, another one of these rikishi who went 7 and 8 back in November, but maintained that rank of Juryo 13 West, his highest rank.
Great.
Now in his second basho in Juryo. A lot of hopes, a lot of dreams in this young man.
In this matchup, actually, the stadium is full of spectres of hopes and dreams, wishes, delights. These two want to succeed in the sport so badly. Koto has a lineage. He's got a brother in the sport, one of the brother combinations. And here he is today up against Nabatame. He is down first. He is keen and ready to go, but it's Nabatame who comes forward strongly with the arms outstretched. He takes Koto back to the bales. Koto does the bait and switch, but Nabatame is watching. His footwork is brilliant, and he holds Koto up again. He's got the left arm of Koto in a lock, and Koto can't do much here except drive forward, which he does successfully, and he takes Nabatame over the Tawara.
We were just treated to such a
Yeah.
high-quality bout. I can't believe this was the second bout of Juryo. As we see Nabatame looking a little winded, perhaps, as he makes his way back up onto the doyo.
The knees of Nabatame don't like that kind of fall, so we don't like to see it, the left knee. But what a great win for Koto.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to see this on the replay, just the ferocity with which Nabatame came out of the tachiai towards Koto. It was relentless. I think we're taking the second half of the bout here where Nabatame had his left hand jammed on the windpipe of Koto. But you just see Koto able to keep his head as we crash zoom backwards to take in the hugeness of this moment as Nabatame crashes back and over.
Falling into the lap of someone in the front row. They had the day of their life.
Tick it off if you've got that on your Sumo Mainichi bingo sheet. We don't have a bingo sheet, but...
No, we don't, but we should.
What, it's just dumb sumo stuff?
Yeah. Who entered the Sumo Mainichi competition? It's closed now, so if you didn't, you can't. But hope a lot of you out there did. I would like to say hello to Annie, the wife of Scott. Both the Benets here today. Annie is still... I did like being called Amy Benet, I have to say, because it made me feel French. Annie's still in Japan, living the absolute dream.
Living the dream.
Been there for 3 months or so. You're in Osaka at the moment. Thank you so much for tuning in to the chat. Hey to Madalis. Hey to It's Gone Up. Sofiko.
Sofiko.
Sofiko. Our friend Sofiko.
Our friend Sofiko. The next bout we have Hatsuyama on debut in Juryo up against Wakaari.
Well, there is a story, two huge stories in this bout.
Well, Hatsuyama, 25 years old, as I said, making his debut after a solid 5-2 at Makushita 1. I love what I've seen of Hatsuyama so far. Can it translate to the Juryo division?
I can't wait to see. His opponent, Wakaari, is a new set of sumo siblings. So his brother, just today, has joined sumo and had his first bout today. He's the first guy to ever still be in, school, high school, and to come in through the Sandame Tsukadashi system.
Yes.
And he won his bout today. So Wakaari and his brother Ikari Kaga
Oh, yeah, we saw the replay of that bout.
are now a new set of sumo siblings.
This kid looks strong.
Yes.
I'm not sure how old he is.
He's young. He's like 15 or 16.
I believe we might be ready to go here. Hatsuyama on the left of your screen, Wakaari on the right. We're taking that soft other angle here. I love this.
I've got so many
Love
cameras.
it today. It's Wakaari. He's pushing, he's pulling, he's overwhelming Hatsuyama. Welcome to Juryo, Hatsuyama. Have a sit down, son.
Wakaari, I didn't even get to talk about him, but he did not want to let his brother overshadow him today. There was no way that was happening for him. He said, you want to give him all the talking points?
Yeah.
You want to talk about him for 5 minutes before my bout here in Juryo? Well, I'm going to take this. I'm going to come forward powerfully. He did try a slap down there of Hatsuyama. It didn't work, but he just came up and back under the arms, and it was too much. He was right there.
Very, very fast sumo from Wakaari today. What a great way for him to start with that Oshitaoshi win against Hatsuyama, who probably didn't have a great sleep last night, but you know, he's got his first Juryo bout out of the way now, and hopefully the next 2 weeks have more white dots in it.
Yeah, and the same for Wakaari. He went 7-8 at Juryo 13, his highest rank. Juryo 13 East, he kept that rank in the spirit of today.
Love it. Contemporary.
The spirit of late 2024-25. And he'll be looking for his first Kachikoshi in the Juryo division. And a white dot is a great start.
Welcome to the Chat Sunday morning sumo show. Thank you so much for joining us. We're a few bouts deep and it's already going too quickly.
Yeah. Is it almost over? I hate
it's
this.
Almost over. We see the crowd starting to fill up at the Tokyo Kokugikan Stadium. where it's a cold winter's day.
Ooh, what's the weather?
8 degrees Celsius, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity, I didn't even bother to look it up because I know it's going to be nothing.
Yeah. Can you have a high humidity? No, I'm not even going to ask that question.
It's called a blizzard. No, I don't know. I have no idea. On your screen at the moment, we have Kiruko. Kiruko.
Yes.
So good to see him back. Kiruko had a little bit of a stop back in Makushita just to freshen up after, let's say it's a disastrous 4-11 at Juryo 12 in September. 2 of those 4 wins were Fusensho.
Yes.
Reports were he was moving very lightly and quickly across the dojo to take those to Fusensho, but the other 11 or so days were not as good. But he's back after a 5-2 at Makushita 2. So Kiruko, welcome back.
And was it Kiruko, someone remind me, who had the wild hair day where his whole hair came out?
Exploded, yes.
And it's now, lovely meme.
Yes.
Lovely sumo meme. That was Kiruko, right?
Oh, I think that was, yeah.
Fantastic. His opponent is the ever-present, I'll call him, Tohakuryu.
That's high praise.
He's 28 years old. He's from Tamanoe Bay. And you know when I'm saying how old you are and the stable you come from, that I'm struggling to say anything else.
Oh, come on.
No, this is so unfair to Tohakuryu. He's coming off a crazy 4, 9 and 2 days off. We enjoyed that at Juryo 6. He moved down to Juryo 11. But he's still around.
Sorry, what was there to enjoy about the 4 wins, 9 losses and 2 days off?
Well, I can tell you that I really enjoyed the win on day 1 against Tomokaze. Why would I even say that?
No, well, there's not a lot of good news there. Juryo 11, I don't think we've seen Toki Hayate down that low for a while. I think we've got to go all...
Well, I'm going to pull you up and say Tohakuryu there.
Oh, sorry, Tohakuryu?
Toki Hayate. No.
Tohakuryu, it's just the new year. I'm getting into it. He hasn't been as low since March 2021, so he needs to pull up his socks.
Yep.
Put the boots on.
Yeah, right. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is quite a long time.
Goodness. A lot of support in the crowd for Kiruko. He is a very popular rikishi, and he'll be looking for this big win on day 1 of Hatsu basho, held in Tokyo, Japan. We are here with him, watching him, and there's a henka from Tohakuryu. He doesn't go down Kiruko, but Tohakuryu backs off the other direction and pulls Kiruko down. That's dirty. That's gross.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
It's garbage.
I'm so sorry we all had to wash that. We'll pause the stream so that everyone can go and wash their eyeballs from that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take a replay of this absolute dog act on day 1. This is disgusting. I mean, there could have been kids watching this.
They don't want to see it. They don't need to see it. You're going into counselling after that one with your kids.
Oh, you are.
Family counselling. It's unpleasant. Everyone just moves on. The crowd...
Well, they couldn't care less. They've been robbed about, and Dr. Ben Marshman has crowned that the first anchor for 2025. I mean, I haven't watched all of the bouts for today. I missed a couple of the Jonakuchi bouts, but I will go back and watch those.
Yeah. Crowned the first henker is a nice way of saying what Dr. Ben said, which is busts the henker cherry.
Who was the last henker of 2024?
Oh, goodness. Ben, can you tell us that? The final henker of 2024 was probably Tohakuryu. Certified dog act, Siggy, absolutely right.
When was the last time one rikishi bookended the year with the first and last
there's
henker?
another one for you, Ben.
I'll check Sumo DB. Which we are very thankful Sumo DB is back.
We basically didn't do a Talking Sumo episode because Sumo DB was down and we just collectively lost our shit.
I'm nothing without this website. Our next 2 opponents, Damami up against Hakuyozan. Damami at Juryo 11, Hakuyozan at Juryo 10. They've met each other 9 times in the past, and the head-to-head goes to Damami 7-2. That's a bit of a surprising result.
Yeah, it is actually. Hakuyozan can pull off wins in the most disgusting of fashions. But I do feel like he would have had the upper hand over Damami for sure.
Oh, I would expect the same thing.
A long history. I would have thought that this was a rich history, but it's not yet.
It's building towards... What's our cutoff for
20.
rich history?
20
You've got to
bouts
fight
in
each other
total.
20 times, yeah. Damami, the man with no confidence in himself.
Maybe 2025
Yes.
will be his year. Maybe he's read, you know when you read one, what's it called, star sign, one horoscope, and you're just like, this is it.
Yep.
This is me. You buy a little one of your birthstones and you're filled with confidence. What's Damami's birthstone?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to work it out.
Is that on Sumo DB?
He's born December 15.
He feels like an amethyst. Is that how you say that?
No, because that's mine and I'm February.
Oh, I've never said that word out loud before. I thought it might have been amethyst in the tradition of today.
December
dear.
has multiple birthstones, including turquoise, tanzanite, never heard of that, and zircon. Zircon's the one that just looks like a cloudy diamond and is kind of cheap but can look okay. I would choose turquoise out of those.
You can polish up a zircon.
Yeah, polished zircon.
I tell you what,
That's what
you
I
could
am.
not tell the difference between a well-polished zircon and a cheap diamond.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a little picture here. I don't know. I think I'd choose the turquoise. I think that I'm going to say that Damami's birthstone is turquoise.
Okay.
I think he's gone to the shops. He's gone to the mall. He's seen one. He's purchased it. He's put it on a necklace. And he's feeling positive.
Look at the intensity that he's bringing to this bout. He has the statistical advantage. History is
can
on
do it.
Damami's side, but can he do it against Haku today? You start to feel the crowd lift. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It is very thick. As Damami takes his sweet time, Haku does that thing where it's like he's wearing a pair of reading glasses and is looking over them at you. All right, we're switching back to that left angle now. I'm a big supporter of this one. Damami just running the show, taking his time. Love to see it. Haku down first. We're ready to go. It's Haku attacking high, but Damami looking to get a left hand on the belt. Fails. Haku here trying a few different things, but he's just body to body working Damami back. Damami looking to fight his way off, but Haku right hand on the belt is what he needs to take Damami over.
And for the first time in known history, Haku stops his opponent from falling off the doyo and doesn't push him off. Did you notice that?
Well,
I think it was more Damami clutching onto him for dear life and keeping himself up.
It's a new year. It's a new Haku.
I think I'm going to give Haku the benefit of the doubt there, but the turquoise didn't work. He'll be chucking that in the bin later tonight. Damami, look, he looked okay here, but Haku got down deeper. He got the right hand there on the belt, and it just helped him with what he was already managing to complete, which was that win over Damami there. So Haku at Juryo 10, moving down from Juryo 8 after a 6 and 9 in November. Big scratch on his left eye there. I wonder if that was from this bout or somebody just walking up and scratching him in the street because he's a bit annoying. He gets a win on day one. Now,
going to take an ad here.
We'll take an ad break. Thanks, Abema. But I really am interested in people's feelings about Makuuchi. Obviously, we're talking about Juryo here. We're commentating Juryo bouts right now, but we are moving into the final division after this. And January is huge. We have the possibility of a double Yokozuna promotion if Hoshoryu wins the Yusho perhaps, and Koto gets the Jun Yusho.
I was a little surprised to hear that news come out. I think it was from the Yokozuna Deliberation Council that they would consider a Hoshoryu promotion if he wins January.
Yes, because of the Jun Yusho, because of being so close and so great in November. We're talking about those two. Terunofuji's in.
I know. Terunofuji, what a surprise.
We always cut him out of our competition because we think he's about to drop out. But Terunofuji's here as well. I would love to hear people's hopes and dreams. I think a lot of people right now are hoping for a Hoshoryu Yusho, actually.
All right, well, we're moving on to our next bout. Shimozumi up against Osumi. Battle of the Umis. Not a rare thing in sumo. You often get it. Shimozumi at Juryo 10, falling quite, a regulation fall from Juryo 5 after a 5-10 back in November, which included a loss streak of 7 in a row. Did manage to haul himself out of the gutter to pick up 2 wins in the final 2 days of November. So certainly makes that score look a little bit more healthy with wins against Wakaari and Daishoho.
He's got the legs taped up, hasn't he? Shimozumi, the whole left leg is taped. You don't usually see that. The right knee is taped, but the whole left leg is taped. His opponent, Osumi, he's at his highest rank of Juryo 9, and this is a good news story. They're about to go. I'll tell a good news story afterwards. He started off with 9 wins in November. Dropped out for a couple of days. It's Shimozumi coming forward strongly, but it's Osumi on the belt. And he just looks in form again, which is great to see. Locks on the belt of Shimozumi, takes him back and out. Hard to see if that's Osumi or Shimozumi's injury there.
I think it's a bit of both.
Why not both?
Beautifully executed sumo today from Osumi, straight out of the tachiai, left hand, then the right hand on the belt. And it just becomes a battle. It was not even a battle of strength here because Shimozumi had nothing. He really just had to wait for Osumi to do sumo to him, which is an awful feeling.
Yes. Osumi, so those 9 wins in a row, he was very much in contention for the Juryo Yusho. He was coming back from a 6-9 in September at Juryo 14. You know, where you're sort of consolidating yourself. He dropped down to Makushita before that. He wasn't looking good. He's finally found his rhythm. Then had to pull out for a couple of days. I believe his injury is the shoulder. But look, he's back at his highest rank of Juryo 9. Osumi, what a first day win.
Brian, thanks for dropping by. Brian's at the sumo today in the upper deck. Famously poor phone reception.
Yes.
In Kokuki-kan.
It's true.
Very, very hard to get data in or out of that place.
Well, Brian sent some photos to us before. He's sitting underneath the new portraits of Onosato and Kotozakura, the two that were unveiled today. So got to hear that da, 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 the best piece in the world.
Love it.
As they were unveiled and sitting right under those. So if they show them on the telly, look out for Brian.
The next bout that we have is Daisan up against Mitoryu. Daisan at Juryo 9, Mitoryu at Juryo 8.
Daisan highest rank, I believe.
It is,
yes.
After that great 9-6 performance at Juryo 12. This is only his 3rd appearance in Juryo.
Wow.
He feels like an old friend.
He does actually, doesn't he?
His sumo suits this rank. He has met Mitoryu twice before and beaten him twice. We know that Mitoryu, on any given day, and I know we're taking the slow pan to look for injuries, see what we can see about Mitoryu, but Mitoryu is a difficult opponent.
Yes, he is, absolutely. He just is so strong. He can beat anyone, and I would say that with a caveat. He could beat anyone in Juryo.
Well, that's high praise.
It's where his strengths come out. Yeah. He has hit the Makuuchi division 3 times.
And can I get... he's never seen a second basho, has he?
He has actually.
Has he?
In 2023, he was in for January, March and May.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I take that back.
That's a big 3.
All right, looks like we are ready to go here. Daisan on the left of your screen, Mitoryu on the right. Daisan down first, the 24-year-old Mongolian gets into the face of Mitoryu, and they both establish single-hand belt grips. I think Daisan's, well, he had his feet stable there for a moment, but Mitoryu hauls on the belt. This is Belt Sumo 2025, but Mitoryu powers forward, takes Daisan over the bales and dumps him over.
He got Mitori'd. That's exactly what we're talking about. Mitori comes out fast. You do not think that this man can move this fast.
I know.
Everyone's seen it. They should have watched the tapes. Daisan might not have seen Mitori's movement skills, but he saw them today. Mitori is straight on the belt with that left hand.
Look at the depth of that grip.
He wiggled the fingers right underneath and then got Daisan on the angle, which lets him pick him up with that strong left arm of his, then got both hands on. Daisan, he let himself fall. They've got to be careful with those falls, please.
Yeah, be careful.
Daisan, we want him to stick around. He's from Arashiobeya. That's why we see his name a lot, I think, because that stable is so outward looking. They're so foreigner friendly. They hold public keiko. They encourage people to come to the stable. And I think it will bode well for Daisan being around such talent, such immense talent.
And to have
the Waka brothers.
To have these heirs, these forward-thinking heirs, backing up the JSA in encouraging foreigners to get involved. Watch sumo, love sumo, spend money on sumo. It's just great to see these heirs looking at the strategy of the JSA and going, let's get involved. Let's sell sumo overseas. Don't start me on London.
Oh.
Do not start me on London.
/S. Yeah,
/S.
Would be nice to see, obviously, the JSA continue to support sumo around the world for all of us fans.
And if we do have anyone from JSA or NHK in the chat, any moles, any narcs in the chat, I'd like to say a message. Thank you for your good work. Just give us a way to pay for it. That's all we want.
I've got a disposable income.
Hey, I want to give money to
sumo.
Hard.
I work so hard and I want to give that money to sumo. I don't want to give it to anything else.
Give me a chance. I just want to watch it.
I'll back off Uber Eats. I'll back off all the things that just don't deserve my money.
Just give us a chance.
Yuck.
Don't take people to London
Yeah.
if you don't give us a way to watch it legally.
Aona Shiki coming into the stable. Somebody messaged me before and said Aona Shiki will win Juryo.
Wow.
I'm going to say it out loud. Maybe it will happen. But right now, we have Tochi Taikai at his highest rank, I think, up against Fuji Seiyun. It is.
Yes, it is.
Juryo
After
7.
that great 10-5 performance at Juryo 12, Tochi Taikai. Now, I've been banging on about this kid for a long time.
You have. You're a big Tochi Taikai fan.
I looked at him when he made his debut as, I think, a 19-year-old from memory, and I thought, he's got what it takes. And now we're starting to see it happen. He's fought his way into the middle of the Juryo Banzuke. Can he go further? That's not a rhetorical question because I'm going to answer it. Yes, he can.
Right. If a question is rhetorical, does it mean you absolutely can't answer it?
Well,
You're not allowed to.
I think, well, it's not like you're not allowed to. It's just weird if you do.
It's got no meaning.
Like, how hot is it today? Very.
Tochi Taikai. He is up against Fuji Seiyun at Juryo 8. It's a 3-2 record between these two. He comes forward strongly, Tochi Taikai, with the thrusts on the neck. Fuji Seiyun's trying to get away, and in getting away, Tochi Taikai loses his footing, he loses his stability, and he almost cartwheels himself off the doya.
Well, it's a bit of bad luck from Tochi Taikai, and it's leaving me looking a bit stupid for having thrown my support behind him. But this was very, very good sumo from Fuji Seiyun. After a good start from Tochi Taikai, these attacks flicking Fuji Seiyun's head backwards, relentless attacks, but Fuji Seiyun's ability to keep his situational awareness ticking over as Tochi Taikai closed in, flicked him around. Great win for Fuji Seiyun.
Yep, when you look up hard work in sumo, you see Fuji Seiyun's face. He is doing it. He's gone 9-6, 7-8, 9-6, and now he is at Juryo 8 with a win on day one.
A big welcome to the chat to Matt from Sumo Punks.
Oh,
Matt,
yay.
it's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's so great that the first basho of 2025, it's your birthday. Hang on, does that happen every year?
Oh, hang on. Does it?
No, it wouldn't. Because your birthday changes day of the week. every 7 years. No, that's not right.
Yeah, but Jan 12, that's got to be around the start of the basho most years.
Yeah, but you can't start a basho on a Monday.
No, but it wouldn't be the first day, obviously.
No,
but it might be
it would
within
happen
the
within,
basho.
yeah, it absolutely would
But
happen
this is a
within.
very special one.
This is a special one.
43 years old. Join the legends in their 40s. I can think of another couple of units right here who are in their 40s as well.
We need to enjoy it while we can.
It's me. I'm in my 40s. Happy birthday, Matt. We've known you for a long time now, right?
Yeah,
We've
like
been
it.
in the sumo community with you, in the sumo podcasting community with you for a long time. You're an absolute legend. Lift up the American sumo community and international as well.
Absolutely. If you haven't checked out the Sumo Punks podcast, you must go and listen. It's vital. You need to listen to it.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Hidenumi. We'll talk about sumo siblings. We know this one. We know Hidenumi, Tobizaru. They're bros. Although every time I say it, somebody goes, are they? I didn't know that. So I don't know. If you didn't know that, welcome.
And I also didn't acknowledge, because I feel like Sumo Brothers is going to be a big theme of this basho with Wakataka Kage and Wakamoto Haru up in the Sanyaku.
Nice.
I
Yep.
didn't acknowledge the Koto Eho and Koto Shoho brothership.
Yep. Koto Eho. Once he's in Makuchi, I'll call it. We'll
like
have
that.
another double brother in there. Tomokaze is the opponent here today. In this chat, in the Sumo Mainichi world, there is only love for Tomokaze. Look at that mawashi. That's new. The purple, that's a Koto Eko colour.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
And I'm also going to say Koto Eko's retirement ceremony, just while I think of it, 31st of May. If anyone's in Japan on the 31st of May, please go to that. And please, take some presents from us to Koto Eko. Anyway,
How do we get
Koto
there?
Eko purple. I know,
Yeah.
how do we?
So Hidenumi up against Tomokaze. A Hidenumi fan. Look at the passion coming from that lady.
That's his mum.
That's his mum. Mum's in the house.
Or aunt. If it's not the mum, it's the aunt,
yeah.
right?
Tomokaze carrying that severe right ankle injury still can get a bit of power going as we see him do it against Hidenumi. Oh no!
Not today.
Hidenumi just gives Tomokaze a soft push on the face. I don't think there's a kimarete for a cheek push down.
Oh, well, we'll find out. What is the Kimarite here?
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll be Yoritaoshi, I'm imagining, but there's something about being pushed down by the face that does need to be captured, and I think we should campaign for an 85th kimarete.
We need it. I think it was... yeah, it's definitely the push down, but I think it was Tomokaze who reached a hand out to the face of
Tsukiyotoshi.
Hidenumi and cupped his cheek as he went down.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing for Tomokaze today is that across the board in the chat, everyone was on board for his new
the
mawashi
colour.
colour. And actually, is there a new... I can see Shishi here, who will be an upcoming... We should be talking about Shiki, of course, but Shishi's mawashi is new as well.
And
Is it?
Shishi in the next
No,
bout.
it's not. It's just my eyes.
So Shiki on your screen at the moment, getting ready after his 10-5 in November at Juryo 11. On debut in Juryo, I don't think there were many questions regarding Shiki's readiness at 20 years old for the Juryo division, and if there were any people questioning, he gave them an answer, and the answer was, shut up.
Yeah.
10-5, looked very, very comfortable. Now at Juryo 5, a big performance here could see promotion. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But today, standing in the way, is the old man, Shimonumi.
Shimonumi is just seeing out his days in sumo. He's not going anywhere. He has a lot of sumo to come in the sumo world, I mean. He's going to be...
He'll be an Oyakata.
He's going to be a coach. He's going to be working in the industry for a very long time. But he's taking his time and staying here. He's 35 years old. And he's still in Juryo 5. Worked his way around there.
There are some Rikishi in Juryo that we've seen over the years doing this commentary where we see them slip out of Juryo and they fight their way back. I can tell you, Shimonumi, the minute he leaves Juryo, The day he leaves Juryo,
Wait for that announcement.
the announcement of retirement is
Yep.
coming.
Yeah.
I mean, at Juryo 5, he's not doing too
No,
badly.
I mean, he could come back.
He
He
could
absolutely
come
could
back.
come back. And actually, right now, he's the closest to coming back since back in 2022, he was Juryo 1. He's pretty close. He could do it. But Aonashiki, I think, is where a lot of the hearts lie from Ajigawa
Yeah.
Beya. Just one of the most popular rikishi you could imagine at the moment from Ukraine. Lot of support there from the Japanese crowd.
and
Interesting the flag.
I mean,
Wow.
just think about
Wow.
printer cartridges and the cost
Yeah.
to print 2 solid blocks of cover in
4 times.
color. Sorry, in this economy.
Amazing.
Incredible.
They have committed to this young man.
Siggy has pitched a podcast with the sole topic of overanalyzing Mawashi colors.
Yeah, and you just go to Bunnings or the equivalent in another country and get like paint swatches and hold them up, and you go, oh, what's the
on a
saturation
podcast.
here?
So it's a YouTube.
I think it's going to have to be YouTube. And you're like, how's the monitor calibrated, etc. But here we have Shimonumi up against Aonashiki. What a great bout for day one. Aonashiki, he's ready to sumo. He loves sumo. It's his world. It's where he's placed his passion and his hopes. Comes forward strongly under the arms. He's pushing on the chest of Shimonumi, moving him backwards step by step. And there's nothing Shimonumi can do here. He can't move to the side. Aonashiki just too big, too strong. Huge win. And those random ladies, they loved it.
For such a young rikishi, I think Aonashiki's sumo comes across as so mature. There's something so refined about it. Look at the patience here. He's respecting his opponent in Shimonumi. He's moving forward very, very carefully. None of these attacks are overwrought. It's just enough to keep moving forward. There's just so much to like about him.
Did you read Scott's prediction here? I love this about Aonashiki. Did I vague out for a bit and you said it? Aonashiki
No.
to be Komusubi by Fukuoka, I presume, 2025. We're not going for like 2029
I think
or something.
Scott's hedging his bets there because he hasn't said what year.
Yeah, you've got to put the year in, Scott. I'm going to go ahead and believe that it's 2025. If you are there, which I believe you will be, Scott, you might very well see Aonashiki as Komusubi. I think, we're all committed to this guy's career. It could be very, very strong. He looks fantastic.
Yeah, he certainly does. Welcome to the chat, friend of the podcast, Tom. So great to have you along there. And have we mentioned Madolas? Oh, Justine's here.
Yep. So great to see you. Super Lifter.
Oh, Super Lifter, hello.
Classic.
Mark Freeman, thanks for dropping by.
And Let's Learn Sumo, I saw before,
really?
is in the chat. Another great sumo podcast.
A great sumo podcast.
Clayton from, am I going to get this right? Brisbane. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Good on me.
All right, on your screen at the moment, Shirokuma. He's coming in at Juryo 4 up against Shishi. Gee, what a treat to have Aonashiki and Shishi fighting back to back.
It's very nice. Shishi, he, I'm just going to say, and I think this is fair enough, he failed. Look at that. Is that puffy, that sign?
I mean, is ink cheaper for printers in Japan?
Does ink go 3D now?
I don't know. I think that was just a great bit of shading.
Well, we saw another poster before that was shaded. What you can do with AI now. Shishi, he went 5 and 10 at Maegashira 16. He had his opening. He got into the top division, but couldn't do it. Big chunks of 5 losses in a row twice led to that 5-10 score. Dropped down to Juryo 4. You said that you felt like that was a bit harsh. I think it's all right.
No, I think it's harsh emotionally for the young man, but I think this is where he needs to be, and he needs to regroup. And I think when we see Shishi return, we'll see a different Shishi. But he's had such a good start. I think he won the first 2 days, right?
Yes, won the first 2 days.
Yep.
And then just went into it.
Dropped his bundle.
Yep, exactly.
And I mean, nothing wrong with that. But he just couldn't find a way just to stabilise and do his style of sumo.
I wonder if those towels, the Shishi towels with the Ukraine colours, are they fan-made or are they what the JSA chose to use those colours? Anyway.
No, I don't think that's controversial.
No, I don't think it's controversial. I think it's cool.
I think it's a great design choice.
Shirokuma, Juryo 4, we love this guy, but he has found Some injury. And here he goes.
Shirokuma down first. Oh, he comes very hard at Shishi. Shishi's in a lot of trouble, but somehow manages to pivot up and just shift his weight and fall onto Shirokuma. This is bad luck for Shirokuma.
Yeah.
That was a positive touchy eye. But here we go. We have a mono-e.
Mono-e of 2025. It's probably not true. There's probably been one. In Juryo. Stop coming at me.
Yeah. What were they looking for here, do you think?
Oh, I wonder if it was whether a hand went down first.
We've got the split screen with the feathered edge. That looks about 20-25 point.
Imagine holding out until what's this division of Juryo? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th bout of Juryo.
So I tell you what, we're going to take the replay here. Okay, we see Shirokuma looking in big trouble, looking at the top of the foot there.
I think it's the top of the foot. I think it's the
the top of the foot. Is that Shirokuma's foot?
Or is it the arm going down? Shishi kind of flipped over. We need the backwards. We're not going to get it from Obama, are we? Shishi's left foot, does it flip over? Nah.
Well, we are a bit obstructed. We can't really see that reverse angle.
I wonder if it's the hand going down past the vertical plane.
I was looking for that. I think it's all
right.
It wasn't close. I think they're going to confirm this. This was a very, very quick mono-e, which normally means they're going to uphold the decision.
Absolutely.
ただいまの競技について説明をいたします。行司軍の場合は獅子を有利と見て挙げましたが、両者の体が倒れるのが同時ではないかと思いがつき、協議した結果、白熊の体が先に落ちており、軍配通り獅子の勝ちといたします。It's confirmed
the win for Shishi.
And I think that's fair. That looked right. I called earlier a change of colour of Shishi's mawashi. It's not true. It's just my eyes.
Well, also, but tune into the podcast where you'll be special guest with Siggy talking to you about why you thought the colour had changed.
I get to go on the first podcast, but I won't be invited back on the second because I got it wrong. His mawashi didn't change. Maybe I'm brought on as special guest for when your mawashi doesn't change colour.
There'd be a lot of people to talk about, though.
Damn, no, it's me.
All right, we're moving into the final few bouts of Juryo. A few crackers to go. We've got 3 left. Up next, we've got Ryuden up against Tsurugisho. We have Shiden up against Asakoryu, and we have Sadanumi up against Kaio. But before those bouts happen, we're going to take a speech from Sumo God Haku.
Sumo God and sole pioneer of the England tour. He's organised it all.
I mean, it feels like a junket. It's a junket.
It's a junket. And his guy gets to go. He gets to go, and Kitnawaka gets to go. No one else gets to go. No, I'm sure there'll be other people. So we see Teruno Fuji stepping up here. Let's analyse the condition of his body like everyone loves to do.
He looks good.
Looks good. I'm going to say he looks good. Look, it's never going to be in peak Teruno Fuji condition.
Well, the thing is, when Teruno Fuji turns up, he wins Yusho.
He does. I'll be moving himself over so he can be seen.
Gee, I tell you what, you cast your eyes across these 8 Rikishi and you have to come to the conclusion that sumo in 2025 is in such a good state.
Yes, nice.
We have a very, very healthy and competitive Ozeki rank. We've got an exciting rotation of Komusubi and Sekiwake. We've got Wakataka Kage back. We've got 2 potential Yokozuna candidates. We've got a Yokozuna in Teruno Fuji on the way out, perhaps, but still turning up.
Still turning up, and still, I don't think there's anyone who would say he couldn't win this Yusho. He could push all of these guys over, to be honest.
If you've been watching Teruno Fuji over the years, you know that if he's here, he's going to be competitive.
Yep.
And he's so hard to beat. There's no doubt about it.
Yep. This man here on your screen, Hoshoryu, can he do it? I have felt the most anxiety I've felt from any sumo fans around this man. Hoshoryu, I'm still talking about. They've moved on.
Our vision switching is terrible.
He deserves it, certainly, but his His opponents will be very much and very firmly standing in the way. Kotozakura, Ono Sato, Terunofuji, the Waka brothers.
Now, is there a sadness behind Terunofuji's eyes?
my gosh,
I just got
is
a text, a couple of text messages asking me that question. I'm
Wow.
not sure. I think he's at peace
He's
with himself.
cool. He's full of tuna. He's just ready for this.
Well, I tell you
tournament.
what, I hope he's there for the 15 days. Because if it's another Rikishi that wins the Yusho, they've got to go through him to win.
Yes,
And you
that's such
think-
a good point.
You think about Kotozakura, if he can win this Yusho with Terunofuji there, there can be no question about his promotion. The Hoshoryu one I'm less sure of. I'm a big Hoshoryu fan. I've been picking him for Yusho for the last 18 months. You know my commitment to Hoshoryu,
Yeah.
but I just don't know. Is it Yokozuna worthy?
I mean, I think so. I think he really is. I think Onosato, not yet. I think it would be disastrous for Onosato to get... I mean, he's not in the running for Yokozuna, I have to say.
Yeah.
But he just needs to... Let's just move him to Ozeki status.
I think
For a
about
while.
Kisuna Sato,
Yeah.
current Nishinoseki Oyakata, and I think about the years he put in at Ozeki before he got the promotion. Years. He paid his dues.
Yeah.
My
Gotta
question
pay his
is,
dues. Oh, you want Hoshoryu to pay his dues?
I question, has Hoshoryu paid his dues?
Well, I mean, this could turn out like Kirishima. So Kirishima was about to get... Because who's not there, right? We've just
Yeah,
seen
I
who's
know.
there.
Yep.
Who's not there? Kirishima's not there.
Well, I can read out a list of people who are not there if you
can.
like.
You can. I'm going to choose one, and it's
Tochi
Kirishima.
Taikai.
Yeah, he's not there. That's true. Who else? Aqua.
Mitori.
Aqua's not there.
Where's Aqua?
Chiyomaru.
Chiyomaru.
Chiyomaru. He's not there.
No, he's not
Anyway, Kirishima nearly got to Yokozuna, and now look, not look where he is. He's fine, but this basho could end, and Kotozakura and Hoshoryu could both be out of the running.
Oh, absolutely.
I love hyping it up, but what I also love is hyping it down. It's part of my life.
Yeah, I like
goals.
that.
I love to hype down.
We get you all riled up, and then we go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Probably won't
Whoa,
happen.
whoa, whoa. I mean, the Makuuchi division, we've talked about who isn't there. The Makuuchi division is amazing. We have Tama Shoho making his debut. We have, who else has come? We have Haku. No, I've lost it now.
Well, we've got Tom piping up here. Takeru Fuji isn't there.
yeah, all right.
Haku
Tom.
Oho isn't there. Well, I mean, there's people who will be
If
there
anyone
soon.
else comes at me with who's not there, you're out of
Hey,
the chat.
You asked the question, who is not there?
It
We
was
are
a rhetorical
simply-
question,
Oh!
and we decided before rhetorical questions, they don't need answers.
She's pulled the rhetorical question
Get out
card.
of here. Okay, who else is back? Onokatsu's at his highest rank. Ichi Yamamoto's at his highest rank. Short Eyes at Magashira 4.
Now, Annie is giving us all a heads up for Onosato's new Gorilla Mawashi, which I think is a Go-Go Curry sponsorship.
Oh, okay.
I have some thoughts on Go-Go Curry.
Okay.
It's not as good as Coco Curry
Okay.
in Japan, but I mean, still a solid meal.
Yep. That's great intel for people. Write that down on your travel plans because Coco Curry is the way to go.
I reckon Coco's better. All
We
right.
have Ryuden up against Sudisha. It's a 12-2 head-to-head.
12-2.
Ryuden's way, I should say.
It is Ryuden's way. They first met each other in November 2016, and I remember like that was yesterday. And of course, Ryuden picked up that Yoritaoshi against Tsurugisho that day. And they've basically, 2016, 2017, met each other in Juryo. And then from there, it's been a mix of lower Makuuchi and Juryo. They met each other in May of last year, when Tsurugisho took one of his jaunts up to the top division. Ryuden, let's say sunset of his career, and I say that with a lot of affection.
Really? Are you calling that?
Well, look, let's just face facts.
Wow.
Ryuden, he's 36, I want to say, 35?
Yep.
How old is Ryuden? He's 34, okay. In Juryo now, the sumo that we've seen in the top division from Ryuden, a.k.a. The Dude, it's been a bit off. I feel like his style of belt sumo is a bit old-fashioned with the way the new sumo is playing out. He's not really often able to establish himself. We think back to 5 or so years ago where he'd lock the hips in, get on the belt, and it was all Ryuden.
His opponent, Sudisha, he's on the way up, though. He's coming
on
off
the way
at 10-5. He nearly got the Juryo Yusho in November, finished off with 4 losses, but finishing with that 10-5, Sudisha can push any guy over at any time. Here he goes. Comes in, Ryuden reaching for the belt, and that was fully successful. I'm going to go ahead and say he won.
Yeah, he certainly did. Just knows what to do against Sudisha. Ryuden came out with a very simple game plan. Get that right hand under the belt, walk the big man out, and he did exactly that. So we see on the replay, just simple sumo, executed perfectly. And you could just see Sudisha know that he got outplayed by a better belt technician today in Ryuden. I take back what I said. Ryuden, let's go back to Makuuchi, mate.
Let's go back to Komusubi.
Oh, hang on a second.
He can do it. He can definitely do it. 35. You don't feel tired ever at 35. I can speak for experience. You do.
Sofiko, I completely agree. Ryuden, in the time when he was around Komusubi, Hokuto Fuji, I think, was around there at the same time. Ryuden looked fantastic. And I think for, looking back on his career, he can hold his head high.
He absolutely can. Look, you mentioned Hokuto Fuji then.
Yes.
We should say Hokuto Fuji Kyujo.
He's Kyujo. So
From
what?
this basho. Well, at least now.
Yes.
I feel like if anyone's going to come back, it's
will
Hokuto
come
Fuji.
back.
But
he will come
his
back.
injuries are so dire.
Yeah, that's true.
That if it's anything, it's something that'll take him out for the whole time. So
Yes.
Hokuto Fuji out. Roga also. Kyujo, this basho.
Bad news.
Heaps bad news for the very popular
Do we know-
Hatsuyama stable.
I'd love to see Roga come back because he's at Maegashira
He was 8.
8.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he probably needs to turn up for a few days, I think.
Now, we are known as Shiden fans, and here he is.
Shiden up against Asakoryu.
Shiden at his highest rank. Juryo 2. We could see Shiden in Makuuchi.
Is Makuuchi ready for Shiden?
I don't think so.
Well, Asakoryu, we had to ask the question, was Makuuchi ready for Asakoryu? And the answer was, well, it was too ready. Asakoryu struggled a little bit to express himself through sumo. Went 6-9 at Maegashira 17 back in November of last year and finds himself back now at Juryo 2. Gee, what's their head-to-head?
4-2
Shiden's
Shiden's
way.
way.
I'm not so surprised about that. Shiden, he's a big rikishi who can absolutely match the speed of Asakoryu.
Yep. Asakoryu, fan favourite. Such a great entertainer.
November was a disappointment, wasn't it?
But
Yeah.
I will say that November was a disappointment. 6-9 at Maegashira 17. Look, a 6-9 anywhere else, apart from, I'm going to say 17, 16, 15. I'll include 15 in there. Problems. Is fine.
Yes.
But when you just slide in, and that's the difficulty in coming from Juryo 8 and just making your way in to Makuuchi, the pressure is so intense.
You're exactly right about that.
Who did he beat and who did he not beat? Well, I know better to ask this question.
Don't ask
right
who he
before
didn't
the
beat.
bout's about to start.
I'll start.
Don't tell me or
Tochi
you're out of the
Taikai.
chat.
All right. The Gyoji points the gunbai forward. Shiden on the left of your screen. Asakoryu on the right. We are ready for some sumo. This is the second last bout of Juryo. A hush falls over the crowd. Asakoryu down first. Shiden explodes, comes forward. Asakoryu has a grip around the body and you can see Shiden trying to find a left-hand belt grip, but Asakoryu stands him up and there's a bit of a deadlock here in the center of the doyo.
The muscles, they're
Yeah, you
out.
can see them straining against each other there. Shiden still looking for that right-hand belt grip. Asakoryu trying to destabilize Shiden here. Asakoryu insistent with that right hand. Asakoryu staying mobile, starts to work Shiden back, but Shiden lowers the center of gravity. That right hand now working for him. He gets Asakoryu. He's still into Asakoryu, turns around. We have more sumo! Asakoryu!
Wow. Wow. He loved that. The crowd
Wow, what
loved
a
that.
bout.
We loved that. You loved that. It's Asakoryu with the win. He came back. He fought back. How did he do that?
There's something that they tell kids when they do this. What do you call Saturday morning sumo, where it's not real sumo, it's just fun kids sumo. They say the bout's not over until your opponent's off the doyo or over the tawara. Shiden forgot that.
Yep.
Shiden forgot that. He thought, I've done the work.
Yep.
I've spun Asakoryu around. Asakoryu, look at this. What a huge throw. To be destabilized like that and then have the presence of mind to just re-engage so quickly.
Brilliant from Asakoryu. Madalis, I love that comment that Asakoryu either needs to be less short or more of a king. And today he was more of a king.
He's
He
a
saw
tall
that
king
comment.
today.
We know that he's in the Sumo Mainichi Juryo stream chat. We know that he's watching.
He's
we
got
know
an
that
earpiece
it's
in.
piped into his ear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he knew that today he needed to be more of a king. That was thrilling to see. That was one of my favourite bouts of my life.
It puts a lot of pressure on Tim Sumo because he doesn't like to include Juryo bouts in his top bouts of the day, but that's going to put a lot of pressure on young Tim.
Yes. Now, I've seen a question as well. Where is Asanuyama?
Yeah, great question.
He is down. He's fallen down now. He was injured in a bout against Ichiyamamoto. Was it in November or was it in September? Jeez. Well, I mean, I could click on this link and find out. But he's at Makushita 41 now. Yeah,
Okay.
which would mean that it was September.
And where's Enho at?
Oh, okay. He's Sandanme 4. He's coming.
He's coming back.
What are his last few scores? So we know that he nearly won the Yusho last time around. Yes, he nearly won the Sandanme Yusho. He was 6-1. Lost against the eventual Yusho winner again, I think, Fuji Toshi.
It wasn't a playoff, but the last bout came down to it,
I
right?
think
and I
so.
think he lost, yeah.
Then he went 6-1 in Johnny Dunn. He went 6-1 in Jonakuchi. So he's just kind of blasting his way through, but the fact that they aren't 7-0s, I don't know. If you entered the Sumo Mainichi competition, you have a chance to win. Actually, I'm glad you mentioned Enho. And Enho Tagada, it's closed now, so you can't win. You can't enter if you haven't. But
so
that's courtesy of the Tagada store.
So that's like a rhetorical competition.
Yes. Don't
you
answer
tell
me.
people about the competition, but don't enter it. You can't. What about we have to finish off Juryo for day one?
Yes.
Suddenumi, old friend.
Yes. What's he doing down here?
What's he doing down here? It feels weird. Up against Kaio at Juryo 1 as we take a sensual shot of Kaio. And I can tell you why. Very, very popular with fans around the world. Kaio at Juryo 1.
Highest rank ever.
He's knocking on the door. And he's not really waiting for an answer. He's going to be my guess. What an opportunity he has to dip his toe in the water of the top division in this bout today against Suddenumi.
Suddenumi knows all the tricks in the book. He will be looking out and understand anything that Kaio can throw at him, but can he put up a defense? Kaio tries to pull him down, but I think Kaio stepped out first.
I think he did. He certainly did.
Suddenumi stays in the ring. It's a very important part of sumo. And he wins.
Is anyone talking about Suddenumi for Juryo Yusho?
Oh, well, I am now. I am right now. Suddenumi for Yusho.
Going to wipe the floor with these kids.
Yeah,
and
good point.
Today, I think he's shown why. This was just sumo fundamentals from a man who has been at the top division for a very, very long time. Did he commit the body? Did he fall over? Yeah, but he knew what he was doing. Great start for Suddenumi, and may he be back.
So we had wins from Makushita 1, Wakanosho, Koroeho, Wakaari, love that. Tohakuryu, less so. Hakuyozan, Osumi, Mitoryu, Fujiseon, Hidenoumi, Aona Shiki. Huge for him on day one of Hatsu basho. Shishi won, Ryuden won, Asakori won, and Sadanoumi. That was our Juryo division today.
A few questions about the competition. We used to have it that you had to predict the scores of 3 Rikishi, but what was happening is that so many people were able...
They were just acing it.
So we've increased it to 5. And...
Ace that.
Yeah, if you can ace that. We were getting people within 1 or 2 bouts, and we were getting draws. And a big thank you to Ben Marshman from tagatastore.com for supplying these amazing prizes that we have. We were ruining tagatastore.com financially because 3 or 4 people were winning these things.
Yes.
So we've had to increase it. Now, if it goes to 5 and people are still doing well, we will make you predict all of the Rikishi. All the way down.
Speaking of ruining financially, if you would like to donate to the Sumo Mainichi Sake Fund, you can via PayPal. So sumomainichi at gmail.com. Look us up on PayPal and swing a donation our way. We use it for sake and to cover all the costs of this podcast, of which there are quite a few.
Yeah.
We're also doing a live event on the final day, day 15, January 26, in Melbourne. Unfortunately, life is still restricted to non-teleportation transport, so it's basically people who are in Australia who can come to this one.
But the other live podcast recording that we are doing is happening on the final day of the Osaka Basho. So we'll be in Osaka, and on the final day we'll be at TNT Craft Beer Bar recording the podcast, but also commentating the top division live. So if you are in Osaka for the sumo and you can't get a ticket to the final day like we can't, come and hang out with us. I believe that you can get tickets through our link tree, which is in all of our socials.
Yes, or try booking is the other way to find those tickets.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have a happy basho. Hope your Rikishi gets the wins. We'll be here. We'll be doing our podcast every night. In terms of the Juryo live streams, we'll be doing next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday.
And the following
Saturday after.
So we'll do day 7, Nakabi Eve.
Nakabi Eve, happy Nakabi Eve to everyone.
And day 14.
Yes.
Thanks all for joining us. We'll see you
then.
very, very soon.
Yeah.